Hey guys, I want to welcome you all back to another episode of the Solitary Confinement Podcast. Sadly, today I have some bad news though. Raccoon and narrator have decided to leave the podcast. So I just decided, you know what? I'll take this opportunity and I'll try and make the best of it. I'll try and do my best. So I'm just going to try and make this like the CallMeCarson podcast. Since they're not really going to be a part of this anymore, and I'll give it my best go. So I thought might as well just start Call Me Carson podcast, and this will be we'll start with the same episode count as before. So this will be episode 9, going by the fact that we just had Swagger Souls on last week. So I actually thought, you know what? Just because they left the podcast doesn't mean it needs to stop. I'll have guests on. I'll have trending topics. I'll just keep it going the best I can without them. So let's hope for the best. That being said, let's get started. Now, the thing about my podcast is it's going to be a little bit weird because I'll be talking to myself. So I just want you guys to imagine it as 2 different people, 3 different people talking to each other at once, because that's the only way this is going to work. I don't know how to do a podcast just by myself. So let's get started. First topic for this week is the fact that I'm doing an M9 Doppler giveaway on my channel. What do you think about that, Carson? Well, Carson, I actually thought that going for that straight off the bat as your second giveaway was a poor idea. I didn't really see it as a really good idea, especially because not many people are actually gonna retweet that and be interested in that since it's Doppler. I thought maybe if it was something red like a ruby skin, I thought that might be more interesting. Well, actually, Carson, I'm on the opposite side of the spectrum for that, because I thought Doppler would be the best idea for Carson to go with here. So honestly, I see nothing wrong with him picking that. Guys, it's Carson. It's really not that big a deal. Let's just go to a different topic. No need to get your jimmies in a rustle here, guys. Carson, seriously, just let it go. We're just done with it, okay? Carson, I'm actually really angry right now. I need you I need you to change the Doppler to something else, okay? Carson, no. I'm not changing the Doppler, because I've already done the giveaway. It's already got 37 retweets or something like that. It's growing efficiently enough for my channel, I only have like 50 active subs, so the fact that I've gotten 37 retweets is a kind of big deal. Carson, no, you should be aiming for the sky. You could have had Notorious retweet it. You could have had McSkillet retweet it. McSkillet follows you on Twitter. You know why he didn't retweet it? Oh, that's because it was a Doppler and not something probably of more value, something more original than a Doppler. Carson, you're right. I should have considered that. I'm sorry. Let's just go on, okay? So, second topic this week, guys, is well, as per usual with the Call Me Carson podcast, guys, we don't actually have many topics listed here. So, second topic, let's see. What should we go with? Oh, how about the fact that multiple YouTubers have actually been hacked today by a hacker society known as quote-unquote Our Mine. Now, my first reaction to this, Carson, was actually that it must have been a Minecraft hacker group. And sadly, that's not the case, but with a name like Our Mine, I just immediately thought Minecraft hacker group. But what's your thoughts on this, Carson? Well, Carson, I have to say, I was actually along the same line of thinking going in here. A lot of people were talking about it on Twitter. I was reading through Twitter, and there was a lot of stuff talking about Our Mine, and not our Minecraft, I was thinking to myself, Well, why don't we just ignore these hackers and upload Minecraft videos today? Today just seemed like the type of day where just because a hacker group is getting at us doesn't mean we can't enjoy our block game, you know? Well, actually, Carson, I have to agree with you here. It seems we're all in agreement here that this was just a dumb play by the hacker group not naming their hacker group our Minecraft. It could have been a much more interesting hacker group. Had that been the case, they could have uploaded Minecraft videos on these channels or something. It could have been way funnier, and considering today is April Fool's Day, it could have been way more interesting seeing Minecraft videos on something like Notorious's channel, considering that was one of the many channels that was hacked today. Yeah, I would have to agree with all of that. It seems we are going to be in agreement on most of this about our Minecraft group. One thing I would like to see from our Minecraft group in the future is not changing the description of every video on the channel and the title of every video on the channel. If they do relinquish control, it's going to be a huge pain for that YouTuber to go through and fix the title and description of all of those videos. So in the future, just leave a little Minecraft text block or something, or just add our mind to the end of a title. Just one is fine. That's my request for you guys anyways. Okay, next topic. Okay, let's see. What's up next? Oh, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild got crazy reviews, and we actually haven't talked about it in the Switch much on the CallMeCarson podcast, because the last time we actually talked about any of the Switch or Zelda or anything was episode 1, and we talked about it, and narrator and Raccoon were rather unenthusiastic about the Switch and Breath of the Wild and everything coming out with the Switch, and I was more excited than them, it seemed, but that's how it went with the podcast as well, so that's where we are now. Anyways, the Switch and the Breath of the Wild have done phenomenal. Now, Carson, I have to ask you what your opinion on the 1-2 Switch game is. Well, personally, Carson, I don't think it should have been a launch title. I thought it being a launch title was a pretty poor idea. It should have been a tech demo, which was essentially what it was, and they put it with the console like they did with Wii Sports. I think that's the general consensus. Man, the Carson that I am currently has trouble talking sometimes, so you're gonna have to forgive him. Anyways, Carson, what are your opinions on this Switch and Breath of the Wild and 1-2 Switch? Everything about the Switch. What's your opinion on it? Well, Carson, I would have to say I was really excited for the Switch going in. Like, lots of new content going out on YouTubers' channels, like 1-2 Switch videos, a lot of 1-2 Switch videos, more 1-2 Switch videos, and then some Breath of the Wild Let's Plays. I think more people were excited for 1-2 Switch than Breath of the Wild. No, I'm going to have to stop you right there. Breath of the Wild was a masterpiece, Carson. You do know this, right? Like, it got a 98 on Metascore and everything. Like, it was a pretty big deal. Well, actually, it was only a 98. I'm not gonna care about a 98. Show me a 100, and maybe then I'll care. Now, 1-2 Switch. 1-2 Switch was a $60 tech demo, and no other companies have tried doing this. That's what sets Nintendo apart. They're always trying something new. They're always trying to push their brand a new direction, and I really respect that. Now, Zelda, that's news of the past. I can't get into a Zelda game. Now, 1-2 Switch is new, it's fresh, and I'm excited to see what they do with 1-2 Switch in the future. Well, if they come out with updates for it, we don't know what they're going to do. Now, Breath of the Wild, that's done. That's over with. Like, who cares about that now? Nobody. But 1-2 Switch is the future. Well, I don't think I've ever seen anyone so wrong about anything in their life, Carson. But, wow, I'm in awe. That was the dumbest thing I think I've ever heard anyone say. I I personally have to say Breath of the Wild is a beautiful game. I agree with Carson on that. It's so good. I've never seen an RPG and one of those type of games be so interesting and so different. It gives you so much freedom. It gives you so much reason to explore. And the main quest is just a Zelda game, but that doesn't hurt anything. There's so much more to this Zelda game, and it's fresh, it's unique, and it's, well, breathtaking, to be honest. Carson, I can't believe you actually just made that pun, Carson. That was very retarded, in my opinion. But you know what? We'll let it slide for now. Okay. How you guys liking the Call Me Carson podcast so far? We're about a third of the way through, I think. I'm trying to keep the first episode short. Sorry, 9th episode short, because I just want to try and get an idea of what you guys like about it, see what your guys' suggestions are for the next episode, and then see where we go from there. So, hope you guys are liking it. I maybe next time I'll actually have people to talk to. I just got a notification on my phone. So, next topic. Plans for the podcast in the future. This is actually something that I wanted to talk to you guys about personally. The other two Carsons don't have to talk here. So, the plans for the podcast. I have huge plans. So, first of all, I'd really like to get an Audible sponsorship. So, Narrator and Raccoon were very unenthusiastic about the podcast, as I said before. But me, I was always looking for new avenues. I wanted to get sponsorships. I wanted to get the podcast out there. And one way of doing that is through these ideas like sponsorships, getting bigger and better guests. Like, I really want to get like Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, PewDiePie on the podcast. I think that would push it forward so many years and push it to a new level that the podcast hasn't been yet. I know it's only been a couple months of the podcast running, but I haven't seen a big amount of improvement, and I think if we actually focus and we try and do these things and really get it out there, I think it could be a big podcast. Like, there's a lot of big podcasts out there, like the RT podcast, the Rooster Teeth podcast. That's a big podcast. The one CGP Grey is doing, that's a big one. I think, no, Vsauce doesn't have a podcast. No. Anyways, like I'm saying, though, I think it has the potential to become a bigger deal than it is currently. Like, we have 280 subs ish, and that's good. That's great. I love having active viewers for a podcast. That's awesome. But I think it has the potential for much more than it currently has on it, you know? So, that being said, I think the first guest I'll be going for is actually going to have to be Rice Gum. I think he's very willing to come on podcasts, especially podcasts of a caliber such as this one. And that will really get our channel out there, because we can talk about trending topics about Rice Gum. I think he got hit in the face or something. I didn't care enough, but it's important for us to cover things like that, because otherwise, how is our podcast ever going to be popular? I mean, all people care about these days is YouTube drama. So we got to pander to audiences that enjoy that type of stuff, you know? That being said, I think it's time to go to our next topic, which is actually going to be, what was it? I'm dumb. How could I forget this? It's our hopes for the next Minecraft update. So the next Minecraft update is going to be 1.12, and I'm hoping to see a lot of changes in it. I don't know about you, Carson, but I want to see a lot of things redone. And you can tell me what your opinion on the current Minecraft is, if you want to, Carson. But my opinion, I'll let you talk, okay? Well, actually, I think it's a pretty good game. I think it was actually better back in beta days, because there wasn't so much, and it was just so much more of a simple game. I thought it was more enjoyable. Well, I think that's placebo, Carson. Like, uh, I think you've grown out of it, so you're not enjoying it as much. No, simple is better, Carson. I have to disagree with you there, because it was just so much more charming. It's not charming now like it used to be. Carson, I have to interject between you two here. I think it's fine where it is. I think it doesn't need to be less. It doesn't need to be more. I think Minecraft, it's perfect as is. You've got so many mini games and so many servers that are just in the right, what's the word I'm looking for? The right phase for Minecraft, you know? I think a lot of servers have profited from having more things, but they don't need more things. I think it's perfect right where it is. Well, actually, Carson, I have to disagree with you there, because Minecraft is a game that is constantly evolving. It's constantly growing, and that's what makes Minecraft more like a really special game, and changed. It's so different from a game like CS:GO. CS:GO, it has minor changes every now and then, but at its core, it's still the same game. Minecraft, on the other hand, is always changing and always evolving, and you need to keep that up. It makes it what it is. Carson, you're dumb. That's all I can say. Literally everything you've said this entire podcast has been stupid, and I hate you. Anyways, Minecraft was so much better without everything added on. When you couldn't sprint before 1.8, that was awesome. Honestly, it made things feel closer. It made the world feel smaller, and you were more engaged with what was around you. You didn't have sprinting and hunger to deal with. You didn't have, hunger. Hunger is a big deal. That's just such a pain to deal with. Yes, it's cool to have a food system, but we had a food system, and you could just heal your hearts. I thought it was much more interesting to do that, because first of all, you had to manage your inventory more, and then now you can just stack the food. That's just dumb. I think it was much more interesting to have to manage your inventory space, keep the food stored, but then just manage the inventory better. No. Easier is better. And that's the thing. Minecraft was never meant to be a hard game. No, that's where you're wrong. Minecraft being hard was far more entertaining. Think about it. If you have to switch off to your steak while getting beaten by a skeleton, that's way more interesting than, let me just regain all my hearts. I don't understand the point in regen in this game. I think regen is a stupid idea. Overall, I thought just having it, you lose your hearts, well, you gotta get food no matter what. I thought that was way more interesting. That's where you're wrong, kiddo. Look, steak, 64 stack. That's so much nicer than having 6 steak on you at all times. And then you have to use 6 inventory spaces for that. Please explain to me how that's any way better. Well, it's harder. Nothing says Minecraft needs to be an easy game. Yes, it's made for kids, it's made for all ages, but nothing says it has to be easy. Dark Souls is made for all ages, right? I don't understand how you can't just have it like Dark Souls. Why not a Minecraft Dark Souls? Explain that to me, Carson. You are so dumb, it hurts my head. But you're right, a Minecraft Dark Souls would be pretty rad. You guys are both dumb. Look, Minecraft is fine as is. We don't need a Minecraft Dark Souls. Minecraft story mode was more than enough Minecraft outside of Minecraft. So that idea, wow. You guys, I understand why Narrator and Raccoon left the podcast now. Wow, I'm leaving. You know what? Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm leaving. April Fools.